Lionel Messi has finally delivered an important message to Argentina's fans after securing a place in the World Cup semifinals. FIFA has also released its latest statement on Egypt's dramatic defeat to Argentina. Not only that, but Pep Guardiola has also spoken out, defending Messi and Argentina against the harsh criticism that emerged following their victory over Switzerland. Before the video begins, don't forget to share your prediction in the comments about the result of Argentina's match against England. And if you're a Messi fan, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Messi's message to Argentina's fans after reaching the World Cup semifinals. Argentina captain Lionel Messi emphasized that the remarkable achievements La Albiceleste have accomplished over the past few years are far from ordinary. He also stressed the importance of enjoying these historic moments before turning the team's full attention to their upcoming World Cup semifinal against England. Argentina secured their place in the Final Four after earning a dramatic 3-1 victory over Switzerland. They needed extra time to seal the win in a match that showcased an incredible battle between the two sides, sending La Albiceleste into a highly anticipated showdown with England as they continue their quest to defend the World Cup title. The Argentina captain has been performing at an extraordinary level throughout the 2026 World Cup. He has played a decisive role in helping his country reach this stage, scoring 8 goals and providing 2 assists while continuing to break records and lead the dreams of Argentina's fans. Messi's message to Argentina's fans after reaching the World Cup semifinals. Speaking to the media after the match, Messi said, "It's incredible that the fans are enjoying everything they're experiencing as well." He then added, "This team has made people get used to things that are actually not normal." The Argentine superstar went on to speak about how difficult it is to remain at the very top. "It's not easy to become world champions, win every title we've won, and then continue competing, maintain the same level of performance, return to being among the 4 best national teams in the world, and reach another World Cup semifinal." How are Messi and his teammates preparing for the World Cup semifinal against England? The Argentina legend continued by delivering an important message to the fans. "Every moment should be enjoyed because no one knows if something like this will happen again or when it will happen again. They waited many years before becoming world champions once more. So it's only natural for everyone to enjoy what this team is achieving and give it the recognition it deserves." Messi concluded his remarks by revealing the team's next step as they prepare for the decisive stage of the tournament. "Now we're going to rest and recover, and then we'll return to play the World Cup semifinal against England." FIFA's new comment on Egypt's defeat to Argentina. Note, the following section is a dramatized statement created for storytelling purposes and attributed to FIFA. It is not an official statement from FIFA. On Saturday night, FIFA commented on Egypt's defeat to Argentina in the round of 16 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. FIFA published a statement on its official website, saying that Argentina, the defending World Cup champions, had been waiting for Egypt in the round of 16. Although the difference in experience clearly favored the world champions, the Pharaohs entered the match with courage and confidence, delivering one of their most complete performances of the tournament. The statement added, "At a time when everyone expected Argentina to dominate the match and take the lead, Egypt stunned their opponents with the opening goal, as Yasser Ibrahim rose brilliantly to head the ball into the net, leaving the stars of La Albiceleste in complete disbelief." Egypt's outstanding moments continued, beginning with Mustafa Shober's penalty save against Lionel Messi, followed by the team's impressive ability to neutralize Argentina's attacking threat and prevent them from playing their usual style of football. The statement continued, "The dream moved even closer when Mustafa Zico scored Egypt's second goal early in the second half with a magnificent strike." The Pharaohs held a 2-goal lead until the closing stages of the match, bringing African football within minutes of one of the greatest upsets in World Cup history by eliminating the defending champions. It then explained, "However, the World Cup is always decided by the smallest details and the biggest moments." That was exactly what happened when Christian Romero pulled 1 goal back for Argentina in the 79th minute before Lionel Messi equalized just 4 minutes later. Then, in the third minute of stoppage time, Enzo Fernandez completed Argentina's remarkable comeback by scoring the winning goal, sealing a 3-2 victory for the defending champions and bringing Egypt's historic World Cup journey to an end. The statement added, "The Egyptian players left the pitch with understandable disappointment, but they also left with the respect of the entire football world. Pushing the defending champions to the limit and forcing them to overturn a 2-goal deficit with goals in the closing minutes is clear evidence of the extraordinary progress made by this generation of the Pharaohs." FIFA also noted that Egypt's participation in the 2026 FIFA World Cup would not be measured by the number of matches they played or the number of goals they scored, but by the impact they left behind. The tournament will always be remembered as the edition in which the Pharaohs earned their first ever World Cup victory, reached the knockout stage for the first time, and proved that they are capable of standing shoulder to shoulder with the best national teams in the world. The statement continued, "The journey may have ended in the round of 16, but what Egypt achieved goes far beyond the result of a single match." After decades of searching for a defining moment, Egypt finally found the tournament that transformed their image on the biggest stage in world football. The statement concluded by saying, "At the 2026 FIFA World Cup, the Pharaohs did more than write a new chapter in their history. They left behind a legacy that will live on in the memory of Egyptian football and a story that will be passed on to future generations, proving that dreams which seem impossible today can become the foundation for even greater achievements tomorrow." Pep Guardiola's comments on the criticism directed at Messi and Argentina after their victory over Switzerland. Note, the following section is a dramatized first-person monologue created for storytelling purposes and attributed to Pep Guardiola. It is not an official quote from him. Today, I want to speak with complete honesty. Some people may not like what I'm about to say, but I refuse to stay silent while watching what I believe is a systematic attempt to diminish someone who does not deserve to be treated that way. Every time Argentina advances further in this tournament, the same voices return with the same accusations. The referees are helping them. The road to the title has been prepared for Messi. There are people who want to see him become world champion. So let me ask one very simple question, one that deserves an honest answer. Has Messi ever waited for anyone's help? Messi is a player who has achieved everything in football through his own feet, his own mind, and his own determination. He has scored more than 20 World Cup goals, created more than 10 goals for his teammates, and has become the greatest goal contributor in the history of this prestigious tournament. He also earned the highest player rating among everyone who appeared in the quarterfinals, without any debate. Those numbers are not gifts from outside influences or referee decisions. Every one of them was earned on the pitch, in front of the entire world, with billions of people watching every detail of every match. I had the privilege of working with Messi, and I have known him since he was a young boy at Barcelona, long before the world knew his name. And I can say this with complete confidence. This man has never needed anyone's help. At 20 years old, he didn't need it. At 30 years old, he didn't need it either. And now, at 39 years old, he is still capable of making the difference in every match with the very same talent and determination. Now let me speak specifically about the match against Switzerland with complete objectivity. I understand Switzerland's frustration. I understand the pain of being eliminated from the tournament after fighting with honor until the very end. I am also not saying that every decision in football is always correct. Anyone who truly understands this sport knows that would be a naive thing to claim. Refereeing mistakes have been part of football since the very beginning, and they will always exist, no matter how much technology continues to improve. But every time a defeat against Argentina turns into a grand conspiracy theory, that becomes something entirely different. That is no longer legitimate football criticism. What I saw with my own eyes was an Argentina team that won because of their extraordinary captain. Argentina have scored 17 goals in this tournament, more than they scored throughout the entire previous World Cup, the one they won. And Messi has been at the center of all of it. He scores. He creates chances. He leads the team. He inspires his teammates every single minute of every match. To those who continue searching for reasons to diminish him, I ask one simple question. What exactly do you want? Do you deny that Messi is the greatest player in football history? Do you deny what he is doing at the age of 39 while outperforming players who are half his age? Do you deny that the entire world is watching everything that is happening? The truth is that deep down, even if some people never admit it publicly, they already know the answer. Messi is far bigger than all this noise. He is far bigger than every attempt to bring him down. And there is another truth that matters even more. Criticism like this only appears when someone reaches a level that others cannot match or even fully understand. Throughout my career as both a player and a coach, I have seen this pattern over and over again. Whenever someone performs at an extraordinary level and pushes beyond what most people believe is humanly possible, there will always be those who search for outside explanations to justify that greatness. Because accepting true greatness is far more difficult than inventing excuses and conspiracy theories. But the truth will always stand on its own. It does not need anyone to defend it. Messi's name, in my opinion, is made of gold. And I don't say that because of friendship or shared memories. I say it because it is a reality he has written himself through more than 2 decades of extraordinary consistency. Every goal he has scored, every assist he has delivered, every trophy he has lifted, every moment when he turned something that seemed impossible into reality before the eyes of the world. That name will never disappear. Its value will never be diminished by any campaign of criticism, no matter how loud or how organized that campaign may be. There is also one very important point that must be addressed. Those who keep talking about referees forget one fundamental fact. Throughout his career, Messi has faced relentless marking, harsh physical treatment, and brutal tackles from defenders. He has suffered injuries. He has endured decisions that went against him. He has left the pitch completely exhausted. Yet he has always continued fighting. So let me deliver a direct message to those who spend their time attacking him and searching for ways to tear him down. You're not hurting him at all. Messi does not need anyone to defend him, and he is not affected by those attacks. What you are really doing is depriving yourselves of the opportunity to enjoy the greatest player in football history writing the final chapter of his career on the biggest stage in the sport. The loss belongs to you, not to him. Football has given the world an incredibly rare gift by allowing us to witness Messi in this era. A gift that does not appear in every generation, and perhaps may never appear again. Those who spend their time trying to tarnish that gift instead of appreciating it will one day regret the extraordinary moments they allowed themselves to miss, moments that will never return. I also want to say that Messi's teammates deserve fair recognition. Yes, it is true that the team depends heavily on Messi. That is a fair and reasonable football discussion when approached objectively. But diminishing the entire team simply to attack Messi is something completely different. These are players who have fought with honor and earned their place in the World Cup semifinals. They deserve the same respect as every other team that has reached this stage. Finally, let me leave you with one thought based on my experience as a coach. When you face a team that has Messi, you know there is always the possibility that your entire game plan can collapse in a single second. No other player in the world creates that feeling. And that is why Argentina's matches often seem as though something is always going their way. Not because of the referees, but because they have a player capable of changing the course of a match with a single touch. I'll finish with this. Anyone who watches Messi and sees a conspiracy has a problem with the way they see football, not with Messi. And anyone who watches him and recognizes true greatness has understood football the way it is meant to be understood, and has been fair to themselves before being fair to the player. Messi has never waited for anyone's help. He is the one who has helped make football more beautiful than ever before. And that is what the world will always remember about him long after all this noise has disappeared and only history remains.